Snapping hands, popcorn and peanuts. We're working the stands, pink cotton candy. Love on a stick, he's chasing the bear. The chocolate lips play ball. Play ball. Roll up the faces and smack it right over the wall. Play ball.
Peanuts! Up good! Hot dog! Hot dog! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Laughter Saves Live. Rich, you've been with us enough. You should know to go live here at Strong Island Television Paradise Studios in beautiful Massapequa, New York, right by the Long Island Railroad, and next door to the Chinese restaurant and Dunkin' Donuts. Hello, Rich Walker. Your mic is muted. I don't know who's muting you, Rich. Is it you or is it?
I am off mute.
We are back with our co-host, Rich Walker, the very talented comedian.
Well, I don't mean that.
As opposed to the other Rich Walker, who is the boring guy.
Right. Not too good. Yeah.
Rich Walker's cousin, in fact. His aunt's son, they've named him Rich Walker. So in the family, they say one is the very talented comedian and the other one is the successful person.
Yeah, it's coming around. Check.
Where you going? You leaving? Where you going?
Look up. Look over my head. You see it?
I see you.
No, look over my head.
Oh. Are those up all year round?
They are. It's my den.
Are they?
Let me just turn it off.
Are they always moving? I don't know. Why am I so choppy tonight that I'm like...
How's that?
Is it my signal? Why am I so choppy? You see how choppy I am?
Yeah. You're glitching.
Why?
I don't know.
I have the most expensive equipment. I live in a mansion.
Well, I'm using an S10 Galaxy phone. Look at the clarity. How beautiful.
Really? It is beautiful. And I'm using a fancy, well, not a fancy, but my desktop here. And I don't like the way I look. Now, did you ever see my house, Rich?
I've been outside your house. I remember you had a party. I did karaoke for your son's party.
Wow.
We weren't allowed in the house.
Wow. We got one of those outhouses.
We went in the bushes. Me and Chris Monty.
We got an outhouse. That was for my son's party. My son now is 36.
Yeah.
How long ago was that, Rich Walker?
Was it like maybe a graduation party or something for him?
Was it definitely for my son?
Yeah, I think John.
Yeah, I'm not saying it wasn't for either of my daughters.
I don't know. Now I don't know.
Oh, it's got to be 20 years ago. Let's say that at least.
Wow, can you believe that?
We know each other that long.
Wow, I remember you used to come down to my show on Thursday nights at the brokerage. Remember?
Absolutely. You guys were very good to me back in the day.
Well, I like you, John. Larocchia.
Larocchia, and Bingo was his name. Oh,
I'll never forget it because I put you in the playbill all the time. I had a playbill for that show, remember?
I remember. I should be doing the show tonight on my phone. Why am I so freaking choppy?
What are you using?
I'm using my Log Tech camera on my desktop.
It may not be able to keep up. Like my son has to get a gaming computer now, like he wants for Christmas.
Yeah,
but it's a lot faster.
But this is the first time I'm having a problem with this because usually I always did the show down here during COVID, and I didn't have this kind of problem. I don't like it. So we had fun today. We did a private show, a corporate gig. Rich Walker did some stand up on the show, and I don't know if you found this out. Were you there when they told me the mic was open?
Yeah, I was there. I was there till the end.
But did you hear my mic was open?
They said it was on before the show, which
I went to the men's room.
Like that in that HBO show with that murderer. Remember he went in the men's room and he was talking at the urinal? How stupid everybody was to believe his story.
This was Naked Gun. They happened in Naked Gun too?
Yeah.
Because I was trying to be funny when it was over. One of the guys was still waiting in the room. He didn't leave.
Yeah.
So I said, let me be a little funny. And I said, Joe, what do you have nowhere to go? You're still in the way. And he said, your mic was open when you went to the bathroom. So I'm trying to sound like the funny comic, and all of a sudden I feel like this big because I'm thinking, what did I say when the mic was open?
Well, thank God you're not like Jeffrey Toobin.
Right. Right. Jeffrey Toobin. He was the guy that was playing with his tubing, right?
That's right.
Right?
They said that now that's a coined phrase. You've been tubing on Zoom or on Street Line.
Here's what you heard. I said, let's see if Butcher's here. Hold on, I got to go to the bathroom. And then you hear me singing my ringtone. I go in the bathroom. And then all you hear is shh, like the pee hitting the water. Shh. Then you hear me flush. And then you hear me wash my hands. Good boy.
Yes.
I washed my hands because my wife said, did you wash your hands?
It's key. Now, do you have fun wherever you go, even in the men's room? You're like singing and dancing?
I try to have fun. I always used to say to my kids, come to the store with me, come to the supermarket. I go, we can have fun no matter where we go. Right? You can have fun with your kids no matter where you go. You have to do that because I'm not taking them anyplace fancy. Right.
Well, like you even have fun in the men's room at Walmart. You go in, you dance.
If people are around,
you read the sign, you sing like to it, like "Do not shoplift." It's not worth it. You can make a song over anything.
Look at how choppy I look. Look, what?
Cobra Kai.
So, but we had fun today, and you did a nice job. They. By the way, many compliments. You did a nice job.
You know something? I once had a woman come up to me after a show once. I'll never forget it. And she was very prim and proper. And she goes, you did a fine job. Now, no one ever says you did a fine job.
Well, somebody who's prim and proper, they don't say, hey, you killed. You did great.
You were great. You were so funny. You did a fine job.
Here's the problem with doing these online shows.
Yeah.
There's no laughter or there's only one or two people. And I said, who can I get who won't be thrown off by no laughter? What comic can I get that can do a set and not be thrown by that?
Who's used to that?
Rich Walker. Hey, Rich.
Yes, that's big.
He'll move forward. There will no be any.
I keep steamrolling. No laughter.
Anybody laughing over there? There was one laugh. Butch gave a nice laugh. I was laughing. You did a great job. You really did.
I heard Butch laugh over the other side of the wall behind me. I've never had anybody laughing at me from another room.
And he wasn't even watching you. He wasn't even watching you when he was laughing.
When I get my show on NBC or whatever, I'm sure in the sound room, like Bobby's always laughing on the other side. I hear him,
Yeah. He doesn't really laugh much.
No.
The thing is, I would say more about him, but he's producing the show and listening right now, so you can't talk about him.
Well, he's a good laugher.
He is. But let's see if Bobby, you have a good laugh, a hearty laugh. Let's hear if you can give us. He might be in the men's room right now himself. He sometimes he lets it on cruise control. Let's see if we can hear Bobby's laugh.
There he is. That's a good laugh.
That's and you didn't hear any of that during your set. Any of that. So Bobby can laugh.
I like his umbrella. Is that because it was raining today?
It's an umbrella when it's raining. Yeah, it's a combination umbrella, light,
Look
So
at the
you use
cars.
When you're walking at night in the rain, you need light. So
listen, we break the third wall here on Laughter Saves Lives. There's our engineer, Bobby. He owns the studio. He does it all. Nobody else shows him on other shows. They don't show him. Do they show you, Bobby, on other shows?
No, they don't want me on the
Well, when we have a show where we're looking at our watch and we go, we got a full time, we'll do anything.
Yeah.
He's like the Don Pardo. Like you see him on the side.
Oh, you sound old. Darn Pardo, right? I know.
Don Pardo was the original like announcer, right? He was like famous.
Yeah, he did everything. He did
the
everything.
original Saturday Night Live was Don Pardo.
That's right.
Also, was it Letterman? Didn't he do Letterman for years in the beginning?
I think so. And then he passed away, right? He passed away.
I think so.
Yeah.
So, John, before I go,
Yeah.
when you go to the first commercial break,
Yeah.
Butch recommended that maybe you log off and log on again and see
Yeah, I
if it
thought so.
fixes the delay a little bit. So, if
right.
you do that.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that now. Somebody is going to kind of come in quick for a few minutes, Bobby. We'll talk about who it is, and then I'll be back. Yeah, so I'm going to log out. We'll go to commercial, and Rich, if I'm not back yet, you go on cruise control.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Michael Barish, managing partner of Barish, McGarry, Salzman & Penson. We are honored to represent over 11,000 people in the 9/11 community. The people who work at my law firm can really relate to what the 9/11 community is going through because they're going through it too.
So my dad's name was Billy Gormley, and he was a fireman on 9/11.
My father also was a firefighter, and he did report down there as well on 9/11.
My dad, Alan, worked on the 104th floor of the second tower. He was an IT technician.
My father was a fire inspector.
My husband, his name is David Velez. He was a detective with the NYPD, and if I can help anybody that is going through exactly what I have gone through for the last 17, 18 years and make their life just a little bit better, then you know what? I love coming to work every single day.
You know, this is a genuine office. Like, people are really sincere.
The best part of my job is the clients. Every once in a while you'll hear in their voice how grateful they are for the work that we do.
We take this personally, and we will not rest unless we help everybody we can before this victim compensation fund ends in 2 years. And we will be fighting to get this thing extended past 2020 because cancer isn't going to stop afflicting the 9/11 community.
We're back.
I'm back. Look how fast I'm moving now.
Did you watch that commercial?
Well, I know the commercial.
I saw they had Robert Talercio in there. He
Yeah.
was one of my students.
Oh, really?
Stanham University.
Well, that's
Great
why
guy.
that's why he became a lawyer.
No, Robert Talercio was one of the victims.
Oh.
Yeah, he just passed away like 2 years ago, I would say.
You're pronouncing his name right?
Talercio, yeah.
Okay. All right. Hey, Bobby, do we have anybody in the waiting room?
We have Kevin.
Bring Kevin in quick. Let's bring Kevin in quick. Richie, Kevin is an EMT from Jersey. He's not really a handsome man, but he's a good friend. Hey, Kevin.
Hey, John. Hey, Rich. How are you guys?
Hey, Kevin.
Kevin is one of our biggest fans. We did some shows for him in Jersey, and he likes to book the comics himself. Here's how he booked the last 2 years of comedy shows. He says, I want comics, not Rich Walker. That's the way he booked the show. He goes, listen, comics, not Rich Walker. I said, that's not
Well,
live.
I'm sure after he sees me today, he's going to be wanting Rich Walker.
I said, Kevin, that's really inappropriate. It's not very nice. Kevin is on the front line responding as Kevin, are you an EMT or a paramedic?
EMT.
EMT. He's out there responding through COVID. I wanted to have him on last week, and then something happened. I said, Kevin, just come in, say hello, because we haven't talked to him in a while. Kevin, thanks for tuning in.
The pleasure, guys. I'm a huge fan, like you said, John, and I want to wish you guys a quick happy Thanksgiving, and hopefully you guys can spend it with your families.
Yeah, I have 11 members of my family, so we're putting one of them on the porch, and we're going to feed them through the window, almost like confession if you're Catholic.
You know,
Yeah,
can I say
well,
one thing?
About
Yes, and other EMTs. What amazes me about EMTs is not only, even more so than your spectacular work at saving lives and getting people to hospital on time and all the rescues you do. What really amazes me about all of them is the little scissor they have on their pants
Right.
that cuts the. Isn't that an amazing scissor? It's like a magical. Is that a special scissor, like you cut through like glass?
Well, so it's called the Raptor, and it has trauma shears. It also has a glass cut punch, seatbelt cutter, and a ring cutter too.
Wow, so that's a very expensive scissor.
It is. Can I say good question, Rich?
Yeah.
You got to say that.
I always bring up the good stuff that people want to know about.
Yeah. In fact, it might be Japanese food. Just give him a tip. Give him $1. And now, Kevin, how many days a week you work?
So I have a weird rotation right now. So my rotation is I work 6 straight days. So I work Tuesday. I'm off 8 days. So I'm off Wednesday to Wednesday.
Wow. Well,
so I go back on the truck this coming Thursday.
I wanted you to we're StreamYarding in tonight, basically to say thank you for being a fan of the show and us, and hopefully we get to do some live shows with you again. We could do one. We're going to talk to you about doing one online. Richie and I are recording some shows. Maybe you can get it out to your members, make a few bucks. So I'll talk to you about that next week. But pretty much I just wanted to say thanks for all you do, and thanks for being a fan.
I appreciate it as always, and we do have a date for next year at the venue that we're supposed to have it at this year. So
Kevin,
when we talk next week, I'll give you the date.
Yeah, don't say it on the. We're all open. Don't say it on the air because then Richie's going to be asking me all week, "Can I be on that show?"
I'm here.
You know, so don't say it right now. Because he has his calendar out below him right now. The calendar's open. Kevin, you can't see it. His pen is out. He's just waiting for the date. All right. We're going to bring on Brandon Steiner in a minute. So if you want to watch, this guy's a very interesting man. Has a lot of memorabilia and stuff. Are you a memorabilia guy?
I have some stuff. I have some jerseys and some stuff. So a little bit. Not a huge collector, but I have some.
Yeah, he's an interesting guy. So if you wanted to watch the rest of the show, and we'll be in touch. And thanks for taking the time tonight, Kevin. I know you're a busy man.
Appreciate it as always. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Kevin.
Give a shout out to your department. What's the name of the department?
Monmouth Beach EMS.
Monmouth Beach. I always said What was I saying that year? Mammoth.
Like a woolly mammoth.
Woolly mammoth. Thank you, Kevin. Love you.
You're welcome, guys.
First,
thank you.
On the front lines. These are the people that are on the front lines that we need to thank more. You know, Kevin, get off the screen. We need to thank these people. We respect them. Kevin, hang up. And we love them for all they do. Kevin, hang up the phone there. Hang up. He's such a good guy. Such a good guy. Do we have Brandon on there yet, Bob? Hey! Mr. Steiner, thank you so much for taking the time tonight.
Well, I hate to interrupt this little party here. Geez, you had it all going on. I'm sure I hope I can keep the load. I hope I can keep it going.
Well, here's the thing. What we lack in talent, we have in energy.
All right. I always felt that way my whole life.
Now, that's a nice hat you have right there. Let's start off with that hat. That's a Yankee hat, right?
It is a Yankee hat. I've been wearing it all day because I think that we need to just remind ourselves about how important it is for us to stay together and how great this country is. And
yes,
I'm thinking the Yankees my favorite, but red, white, and blue.
I have my favorite.
Regardless of whether you're a Democrat, Republican, that, we got to remember that we're all in this together. And we got to bend a little bit. We got to compromise a little bit. But the worst thing that can happen is if we get separated, because our strength is all of us together.
That's right. I heard somebody famous say today, what was it? when we go beyond our shores, we are one. Like we can fight in-house politics, whatever, but beyond our shores, we don't talk politics on the show really at all. But I agree with you. I wanted to put something on Facebook today because I don't put political posts, but basically I don't want to see Biden flags. I don't want to see Trump flags. I want to see American flags at this point. You know, you like that? You like that, Rich?
I liked it. Yeah,
I'm buying it. I'm buying that. Sold.
So what now?
On my house, I'm getting a big Arby's flag.
Arby's is
I just love the beef and cheddar.
But they don't have any Arby's here in New York, though. It's like
on Long Island we have a couple.
Yeah,
but not
Long Island. You got everything. It's if people in Long Island buy anything. Doesn't matter.
Brandon, after you're done eating it, you say that. Wow, Brandon, I can't believe I just ate that.
Where do you live? Where do you live, Brandon?
I'm in Scarsdale. I'm in Westchester.
Do you want?
They don't allow fast food restaurants in Scarsdale.
Do you want to give out your home address? Do you want to give out your home address?
No, because people will come, which I don't mind, but they don't leave.
I'm kidding you.
My wife is like, "Are these people leaving ever? Like you invited them to come over for the afternoon?
You're in
3 days."
After the show, we'll put it up on the bottom. You don't have to tell it.
Scroll it. We'll scroll it for the next few weeks.
Sis, if you came to my house, you wouldn't leave. Trust me.
I bet.
I would check it out. I would probably stop by if you invited me. I would.
We'll have to do that, man. We'll have to do that. I like having visitors.
Do you have a gate to get in?
No. Not to the gate.
Not like Rich Walker, the very talented comedian, has a gate.
Yeah.
He has a little gate. It's not his gate, but he has a gate. There's no fence. It's just the gate.
Yeah, no gate.
It's a children's gate. You got to lift up the latch.
I figure nobody's coming to break in here anyway. We're going to steal some memorabilia. I mean, what are you going to do with that? It's too easy to get caught.
Yeah.
All I got is a bunch of autographed items. It's valuable, but not to a thief.
What is your favorite piece?
Well,
your
my
favorite, like.
I brought my
very unique
favorite pieces.
Like what when people come in that door, what do you show them?
A sandwich.
This is one of my favorite. Next time I come on the show, I'm going to do it out of my sports room.
Okay.
Yeah.
I meant to do that. We should have done that today, but which I think people out there that know I've been in this business a long time. But this is Mariano's. I don't know if you can see it.
I see it.
And it's got a lot of wear. This is a shag glove. And we all know Mariano was in the outfield when he blew out his knee ACL. But what used to happen is when I want to discuss business deals with Mariano, I'd go early and we would start talking. And all of a sudden, the Yankees would go out to take batting practice and he would go, I got to go. I'm like, go. You're not playing for 5 hours. Where you going? He goes, I got a shag. He thought, he always wanted to be part of the team.
Yeah.
So what I would do if I was discussing a big deal is I would take his glove. And I'd walk away, and then all of a sudden he wanted to go out, and he's looking all over for his glove. He's going crazy, and would piss him off to no end. So it reminds me of just the fun times. Here I am. I'm actually talking to Mariano Rivera, talking about business, and I would steal his glove, and then he's kind of looking all over the place for his glove, and his teammates are laughing. I'm up there going, "Oh, do you need this? How much of a hurry are you in now?" Huh? But this is one of my favorite items. He used this glove for I think a couple of years actually.
Is it autographed?
It is autographed. Or was autographed.
Can I show you
the entire Ducks team?
Yeah, this is cool. I've got his cleats from the last game ever at Yankee Stadium. My other favorite item. So the last pitch in the old stadium ever. I've got that, which is kind of cool.
Does he know you have these things?
Yeah, because he gave me most of them to sell, and then I decided just to keep a couple of them. And then those are my favorites over there. If you could see, those are my son's Little League balls, and my son's our hats when we played Little League. We won 3 championships, so those are very precious to me.
I have here. I just wanted to show you. I was holding.
I'm the only guy after a Little League championship game. I go to the umpire, I go, "Give me those balls," and then I have the game used balls from the Little League game. Something really wrong with me, actually.
Can you see this?
Yeah.
That's Mike Piazza's iPod.
How'd you get that?
Shh, don't worry about it. I can't. But every song on there is Italian.
Yeah, because he doesn't part with his stuff too often, but that's nice that you got that.
He's in Italy, right? Piazza's living in Italy, right?
I heard, I think so, but I heard his soccer team's not doing too well, so I don't know what his story is.
Well, that's right. It's a soccer team.
Yeah.
So you've been doing memorabilia, but you're a big baseball fan, obviously. Can I ask you a few questions in general about the rules?
You can ask me anything. I'm a big basketball fan too, for that matter. But
see, I'm not big on the basketball, but
I love baseball.
You know, I really when I pitched back in the day, okay, and when our starting pitchers pitch, and when relievers 25 years ago came into the game, they didn't come in and throw 155 miles an hour to a lefty and leave the game. So I like this new rule about you got to face 3 batters. I like this rule. Do you like that rule?
I do like that rule. Matter of fact, I love that rule. The rotation of pitchers is annoying, drives me crazy, especially when a guy gets 2 outs. There's nobody on. They got to take him out. I hate that. I'm a fan of starting the game with the relievers and putting the starting pitcher in the 4th inning. I've been saying it for years. I go, you're not sitting watching the whole game. I come in the 7th inning. I miss the best pitcher. He's getting ready to sit down in the 6th, 7th inning, just when I'm getting buckled in to watch the game.
Right.
And when the game's on the line, I want to see my best starting pitcher pitch. So I'll keep my closers around for that 9th inning if you need them. And then let a couple relievers start the game and then bring my starting pitcher in the 3rd or 4th.
But see, I still like to see a starter throw 8 innings. It doesn't happen anymore. But it's kind of nice to see a starter out there throwing all those innings. What do you think, Rich?
I'm a little bit, I never understood. So if the relief pitcher became the starting pitcher, now aren't they technically the starting pitcher, and then the starting pitcher is a relief pitcher?
I think whoever pitches the most amount of innings gets the start.
How many relief
think about
pitchers
it,
do
back
they
in
keep in?
1960, when Mazeroski hit that home run against Bill Terry, 184 pitches in the World Series, 2 complete games, and he won by a considerable amount of runs in that World Series. He pitches like 9 innings, and then Terry pitches an entire complete game in Game 7, so Mazeroski gets the home run off them. I mean, the relievers got in every now and then.
You know what I like?
These guys can only pitch 6 innings, and meanwhile they're getting paid.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a problem with what they're getting paid, but it drives me crazy why these guys can't pitch complete games.
I have a question for you.
Wait, hold on 1 second,
Go
Rich.
ahead. I have a question.
What I like is that Brandon gave that story, and you have no idea what he's talking about, but you yesed him.
I mean, it was a long time ago, but it was a very controversial World Series because Mickey Mantle was in the locker room crying, and also Whitey Ford wanted to pitch 1, 4, and 7. Those are the days when starting pitchers pitched 3 games in the 7-game series.
That's right.
And instead, he pitched Whitey in Game 2, so he went Game 2 and 6 and pitched 2 shutouts in the World Series, which is insane. That's crazy. 2 complete game shutouts.
Yeah.
Here's my question. Okay. I was driving by Yankee Stadium. What is normally like pitchers and catchers? What, March,
February.
April? What?
And about the second week of February, 15th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I drive by Yankee Stadium. And it says pitchers and catchers, February 15th.
Right.
With all that money they make, they don't know what day to show up.
Well, they're getting everybody. They get everybody amped up, man. They got
They get an email. They get an email too. They also get an email, Rich.
No, they blow that horn like at the fire department. That siren.
I was gonna. Hey, Brandon, what do you think about that? Do you mind if we're talking to you about baseball rules, or do you want to talk about something else?
I'll talk about.
What did you want to talk about?
I'm somewhat limited, but I give it my best shot. But
what about
whatever?
Well, hold on,
Brandon.
Rich,
let me ask you one question.
Go ahead.
Do you do other things like rock stars and any kind of movies or?
Yeah.
Or is it only
a bunch of music? I'm starting to do more music. I'm starting to do some more theatrical stuff.
What music performer is worth the most signature
Well,
one?
I mean, I think if we ever got Bruce Springsteen, it would be amazing. His following is so crazy.
Is he hard to get? He seems so old.
He's impossible. Hard would be actually something I.
Why? Because he doesn't sign anything?
Yeah, he's pretty particular about what he does.
What about like a Jerry Garcia or something like that?
If he was alive, you mean?
No, he's dead. What is it? Is it worth a lot of money?
Yes. Grateful Dead fans love the Dead, and they.
Because I have his signature on the back of like 10 ties. I have of his.
Oh, let me have those. I'll sell.
He sewed the signature.
Yeah, those are great. I mean, people buy all his stuff. They buy everything. They
Yeah,
really do. His stuff is really hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm a big Met fan, and I saw that You were doing
Sorry to
that.
hear that.
Well, you know what? I always say, Brandon, and you'll appreciate this. I know you will. You never give up on your family, your team, or your friends.
Okay, if you want to throw the team in there, that's fine. But you know something, a Met fan. Listen. If you're a Met fan, you've been through the heartache. You got the right owner.
Yes.
I got a feeling. I don't know if you've saw today that Theo Epstein resigned from the Cubs.
Ooh.
You got to believe. Theo gets paid. By the way.
Well,
they'll pay big money in the Cubs.
They'll
He's
pay
getting
him.
paid, and I got a feeling that check is coming. He's coming right to Flushing.
I
and
think
you
so.
got Steve Cohen and Theo Epstein, but Theo knows how to spend that money.
Yeah.
He knows how to spend it, and he will get you a winner, and I feel like he's coming.
That's the thing is you got to spend it obviously wisely. I don't want him to go out and buy every free agent. I like when you bring a player up from the minors. I like this. Jimenez last year. He was exciting. I want to see him next year. Conforto, I want to see him, but
it all comes around. Like the Yankees were all excited the last 3-4 years with all those young kids.
Yeah,
they ain't young anymore. They're all about to get paid.
Yeah.
Now you have to start bringing in some free agents. It gets complicated quick. You get those few years of the young kids.
Yeah.
But you're right. I mean, the Mets, though, they do have a pretty deep farm system, and they got the right owner. I don't know about the manager. I'm on the bubble with him, but they're due. It would be nice in this town. There's nothing like when the Mets and Yankees are both.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We spent hours in the schoolyard talking about who was better. Whether it was Keith or Don Mattingly and all those arguments and stuff like that.
Who is the greatest catcher in New York history? Any New York team?
Oh, boy, well, I mean, a lot of people would say probably Bill Dickey.
Yeah.
Then because Yogi Berra said that Bill Dickey was a much better catcher than him, but a lot of people would probably say Yogi.
Yeah.
With 10 rings, but. I'm always, listen, I'd say Bill Dickey, Gary Carter is another one that comes to mind.
Mike Piazza's some story though.
No, I'm not giving you that. No, sorry.
But he's some story because where did he get drafted?
You're right.
Right? He was like number whatever in the.
Yeah.
The only reason he got drafted, in fact, is because he was what's his name's best friend's son. Dodger manager. Right?
I hope Tommy's okay. He's not doing well. I know he's really sick. I hope God bless him. I hope he's all right.
Yeah.
There's nobody nicer, nobody more giving, fun loving. What a character. He would have been great on this show, by the way.
Yeah, he seems like him. Well, we love you. I mean, this is the second time you're on. We appreciate you giving the time. We're just a little show that could getting bigger, and we need.
You guys are doing great, man. Listen, either that or you're really hurting for guests, and then you invited me back the second time. I'll take either way.
Hey, I'm on it.
My dog is asking me for a little more space. I've been home for like 6 months.
I know.
Right? This is like a blessing right now, going on the air with you guys. Are you kidding me? This is the best part of my day.
Well, that's very nice of you to say. How about we go to commercial, and could you hang out a few more minutes with us, Brandon?
Yeah, I got a few more minutes. I got to do a conference call on a few, but only me is working this late.
All right.
Let's roll.
Thank you, sir. We're just going to break for commercial. We'll be right back.
Okay.
When someone is choking, brain damage can occur after just 4 minutes. Did you know every 5 days a child dies because of a choking accident?
My name is Art Lee. I invented LifeVac to protect my family. LifeVac is an easy-to-use suction device with a special one-way valve to help save a choking victim.
I care for my dad, who's prone to choking. Having LifeVac in my home gives me peace of mind.
Protect your family. Buy LifeVac now.
Thank you, Daddy. Call 1-877-LifeVac or visit lifevac.net.
We love Art, man. He saves a lot of lives with that LifeVac. You should get one of those, Brandon. That LifeVac. Have you seen those?
No, I haven't seen that. What is it?
Basically, I'm a retired FDNY. It is a vacuum, a plunger for the face. So if the Heimlich isn't working, well, that's what it is. The simple way I can explain it. If the Heimlich maneuver isn't working, or you're in a position where you can't do it, you push this thing onto your face, and then when you pull it out, it works like a plunger where it'll pull the thing out of your mouth.
That's incredible.
It is, and they
Seriously?
say.
Well, by the way, what engine company were you at?
I was starting my career in Ladder 1-2 in Manhattan, 19th Street off of 7th Avenue. And then I was in the hazardous materials unit. Now I teach all over the country. I'm very smart.
You know, I what I do is I go around and I fix up police stations and firehouses. And I've been doing it for a bunch of years. I've done about 6 police stations and 1 firehouse. I went up to see the chief of the fire department last year, and not the friendliest guy, I want to say, but nice guy. You know, they were very serious up there.
He's a fan of this show. He's watching.
Oh, God help me! But and I was I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of the police and fire department. I love policemen. I love firemen because I know what they put on the line every day. So I want to do their man caves, you know, those caves where you, especially with the firemen, where they're hanging out all night and waiting. And, you know, I want to make those, like for, I think it was 2162 in Queens. I macked that, eat it out. I did a incredible sports cave, and I brought Reggie Jackson there. And I want to do 1 a year. And I was just, I have no problem with the chief, but I want to do 1 a year. And I didn't seem to hook up with him. No strings attached. I just go in, I decorate them, get new flat screens, new furniture. And I just want the guys to have, and I just want to do 1 a year. I do 1 or 2 police stations a year, and I just couldn't get going to do more of the firehouses. But, you know, I just think, you know, what the guys do and the women in the police and fire department, I don't know if people really understand the depth and the danger that they deal with on a day-to-day. And I figured it'd be doing my little part going in, making a few hours off easier for them.
You know,
it was great meeting them. I had a lot of fun. You know, I got a whole, you know, I got to slide down the pole, you know, all that stuff. It's pretty cool.
It's a fun place to work. Rich Walker would have loved to have been a firefighter. It's a man cave. It's, you know, you're with your buddies, you're eating together, you're hanging out together. But every once in a while, you have to go into a fire. And sometimes I remember crawling down a hallway in this really hot building and go, what the frick am I doing here? You know, it's so much fun every day. What am I doing? Oh, that's the job. That's part of the job.
What's surprising to me, like when I watch Chicago Fire, and I know I'm I'm going to show you I'm a little bit square here, but my wife and I really like that show. What really shocks me is all the things that firemen do and firewomen do besides put out fires, which is unbelievable. Like, you don't realize how many other crazy scenarios that firehouses are called on. And I thought I've asked a couple of fire people, you know, people that work in the fire department, if that show's accurate. Do you like that show? Is it accurate on your part?
You know, it's funny. I do watch it, and I never watched the FDNY related show with Dennis Leary. I never watched that one because I thought it was too over the top. Like, they would put 5 things in one episode that would happen in like 5 months in a firehouse, you know?
Yeah.
But
I like the camaraderie. I know the camaraderie is real.
Oh, it's the best. It's the best. And if they're not busting your balls, they don't like you.
That's cool.
A funny thing happened a few weeks ago. There's a roof rescue. We are trained to slide off the roof. Say there's a 40-story building. Well, you can't get a ladder up that high. So we're trained to slide off the roof or a floor above, grab somebody out of the window, and then there are guys 2 floors below breaking the window and pulling you in. So there was a roof rescue a few weeks ago, and my wife is watching the news with me, and she goes, "You would never do that. Like, you are the biggest chick." And I go, I was trained to do that. And it's funny what you do when you have to do it. Your training kicks in, it's your job. I said, but it would have been a little different than that brave fireman just saw. I said,
what about heights? Are you got any firemen afraid of heights?
I'm afraid of heights. But I would never.
I went on a tree adventure thing, and on the first pole, about 8 feet up, I got locked up, and they had to come get me. Yeah. On the first, it was like 2 hours left to climb. I couldn't even get to the first. Like, it was like one little bridge that went across, and I was holding on to the tree.
So I said to my wife, it would have sounded different. I would have slid off the roof, and the people the lady in the street, the announcer would go, "Oh my God, there's a lady hanging in a window. Look at this fireman. He's sliding off the roof, and he's crying like a baby." You know, that would have been me. Ah! But I would have did it. But I would have been scared to death.
I could see that.
It's scary. It's a scary job.
I would last like 15 minutes. And I like the camaraderie part, but you know, I'm
fun, hanging out.
You know what is the? But being an EMS, 2 guys into these that's a dangerous job. And the other one is to be a police prison guard. What are they called? Correctional.
Yeah, correctional.
That is that hardens you, man. Being around criminals like that every day, who probably would kill you if they could. That's a tough job. I give them a lot of credit.
It's not easy. You're right.
Brandon,
we got our own issues with the police, with not the police, but with the prison system. We really got we got to go fix that. And
yes, I agree.
There's other countries that are so far ahead of us.
Yeah, I agree.
We can get prison reform right.
Yeah,
I agree.
A bunch of other stuff, but listen, there's still a lot of people that do a lot for us on a day-to-day basis. Why we start the show off this segment with about how important it is for us to stick together and be great and have gratitude, because there are people that are doing things that are way above and beyond what most of us would do.
Well, I really. You gotta go. You gotta go to that other call. You said.
Yeah, I'm actually doing some business tonight. I gotta pay for the Zoom call, man.
Look
the
at
Zoom
you.
Call. The internet has gone up now, and the cost of the internet's gone up quite a bit.
Look at you, fancy pants.
I'm available, by the way, seriously. I'm available 24/7. You can always, if a guest.
Okay, we'll call you at 4 a.m.
I got material ready to go though.
All right.
You can always call me last minute, yo, we got no guests. My guest just punked out. I'm good. I come on, no problem.
Oh, that's very nice. Thanks, Brandon.
Always fun hanging with you guys, man. Be safe,
Great,
stay
Brandon.
well. And by the way, I meant to tell you guys, any of my 3 books, I wrote 3 books, are available free on CollectibleXchange.
Oh.
So, if you need a Christmas gift, whatever, just go there and you can get one of my books free.
Very nice.
All right,
Peace.
Brandon, how do we get that? Go to Brandon.
Yeah, go to CollectibleXchange, cxstuff.com, CollectibleXchange. Either side.
All right. All right. Thanks, Brandon.
All right. Stay safe, my guys. Stay safe.
All right. We'll be
Thank you.
Brandon Steiner, very nice of him to come on last minute because we were supposed to have Lou Gossett Jr. on tonight, by the way, Rich. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. Lou Gossett Jr. was supposed to be our guest. My son was going to co-host.
Oh.
Because he said, I got to call you. I have Lou Gossett Jr. And then the week before, we were supposed to have Bobby Valentine.
Yeah, but your son don't know Lou Gossett Jr.
He does, in fact, know Lou.
Officer and a Gentleman. Wasn't that Lou Gossett Jr.?
No. Was it?
What did he?
Was it? You don't know? You sure?
Yeah, wasn't he the drill sergeant, Lou Gossett Jr.?
I think
Boy, am I glad he wasn't on tonight.
Yes. Yes.
Name 3 of his movies.
John Santo is saying yes.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't we bring Santo? Why don't we bring Santo in?
Put him in.
Santo in.
Hey, there he is.
That's my buddy.
John,
he's got balls behind him, too.
John, we don't have to say it out loud, but I just want to let you know I'm so sorry about your candidate.
What do you mean?
What do you? There's no politics on this show. John, Brandon, we just had Brandon Steiner on. Did you see him?
Yeah, I've been watching. I was hoping he could appraise my ball collection. I don't want to talk to you.
Well, I don't know if he wants to appraise your ball collection.
By the way, it's a disgrace that you don't know that Louis Gossett Jr. was the drill sergeant. Rich Walker's correct.
That might have been his biggest role of his career.
His biggest role, big breakout role.
Excuse me. Rich Walker said, wasn't he on? He didn't say he was on.
Yeah, because you were acting like he wasn't. So I was like,
turn your face like he did. Wasn't he?
Mayonnaise.
Yes, I remember that.
Don't you do it? I got nowhere else to go.
And what's his name was the famous actor on
Richard Gere,
right? What's
those
his name?
movies made those 2 guys. That movie,
Richard
Gere and Robert Loggia was in that movie too. He was Mayonnaise's father.
You know who hated being in that movie? Miserable. And this person got
the guy from Law and Order?
No, got branded for being very difficult to work with because of that movie.
Who?
Deborah Winger.
Oh, Deborah Winger.
Deborah Winger said she was harassed.
She wasn't in that movie. That was An Officer and a Gentleman.
Yes, that's what we're talking about.
That's what we're talking about.
Oh, all right. Never mind.
What movie did you think we were talking about?
The
Pretty
Full
Woman?
Full Metal Jacket?
Full Metal Jacket. That was 4 years later. It's a totally different movie. What are you talking about?
I know. I was involved.
You should have
Platoon. I'm still talking about Platoon.
Thank God Louis Gossett Jr. didn't show up.
This is embarrassing. I will brief you on Louis Gossett Jr. Iron Eagle, an officer and a gentleman.
Hold on.
What?
I was thinking the Wizard of Oz.
Oh God.
Or was it Mary Poppins?
No, you were thinking Cuba Gooding Jr. You mixed
Show me the money.
That's
Well,
a
you know,
disgrace. John,
Samuel-
I will prep
He
you
thought
for
he was
that interview.
Samuel Jackson.
Yes, that's what it was. So, John, you know, we had Brandon Steiner on there, and you have a lot of memorabilia. Obviously, you're a big Met fan. What is your favorite piece of memorabilia that you have?
Does this ball look familiar? This ball right here?
No.
Look at the ticket.
Is that's back to our game?
That's our ball. That's the first ball I got.
But honestly, is that your favorite piece of Met memorabilia?
Hold on 1 minute, okay? I'll be right back.
I even saved the ticket.
I've never had a co-host just say, "I'll be right back." I never had.
That's
never
funny. That's the ticket there.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
July 31st, 2015. And this is the ball.
Hey, did you hear what Brandon Steiner said about what's his name?
What? Oh, Epstein? Yeah.
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 I think we got some inside information there.
Now, John, there's a lot of speculation on the fan sites about that. So
Really?
he seemed to have better info. So that's very good. Yeah.
Did you ever watch the late night shows where the co-host just gets up and leaves, John?
Never.
I've never seen that before.
Hey, John, this is a new ball in my collection.
Oh, wait,
You
you
ready?
got some memorabilia. Hold on.
Can I show you my favorite memorabilia?
Yes.
When he's done. I went to go get it.
He'll be a
See
long
that?
time.
That's an MLB authenticated ball. This ball was pitched by Jacob deGrom.
He's going to be a long time, Rich.
To Andrew McCutcheon.
Yeah.
Caught by Michael Conforto.
All right. Now, let's see what Rich has.
Now, these balls, John, are everything from
go ahead.
spring
He's still
training.
talking. Go
Well,
ahead.
he's got a lot.
These are all of our spring training. This is Florida. Every ball here I got because of you.
Wow.
Because we went to spring.
training.
You got to come with us on you.
You got to come, Rich.
No. I mean, sure.
Now I'm going to go over the rest
Do
of my
some
fan
shows.
cave.
Hey, John, did you do the Monmouth EMS show? Because Richie just put himself in for next year. I have to bump you.
What? No, I never did it. Well,
Yeah,
I want to go with Rich. I want to be on the show with him.
We work good together, me and John.
You work good with everybody, Rich.
I love Rich.
Yeah, he makes everybody else
Let
show.
me show you my favorite signature paraphernalia. Now,
Is that what
it's really a coincidence, and I'm really mad that I wasn't on the show with Luke Gossett Jr. because I have his from Officer and a Gentleman, Dr. Joel's. If I can see right here. But
it's better when you put it in front of the camera.
He even signed it
look at
right
that.
here, Lou Gossett Jr.
Holy
See?
crap.
He wore this. It was one of the first Jellins.
Now you should show that to Brandon. You should have showed that to Brandon Steiner.
You think it's worth something? Lou Gossett Jr. right there.
Absolutely.
See, look.
That's worth a fortune.
Look.
Hold on. I think I have a piece of paper here that Mickey Mantle signed. Hold on. Let me look at my desk.
Let me see.
Let me look. Here, it's gonna be right on this piece of paper.
Now, I do have
Wow.
a real signature, John.
Yeah.
Do you know who that signature is?
Mine.
No.
Who?
I'll give you one hint.
Oh, David Wright.
Look at the bobblehead.
Okay, David Wright.
Who's number 12? David Wright is number 12?
I'm
David
not-
Wright.
Oh, Keith Hernandez. No.
David Wright is number 5.
Ralph
Look at
Macchio
this.
baby wipes.
Look at this.
Right?
Oh my God, Rich, where you been keeping this stuff?
Cobra Kai, Ralph Macchio baby wipes.
Do you have
Signed
anything?
right here.
We're all comics here. Do you have anything signed by Ray Romano?
Ray Romano. Oh. Let
Anything?
me see.
What's back there somewhere? Oh, it's gonna be amazing if you have something by Ray Romano. He's one of my favorite.
Check out this jersey, John.
Look at the Santana. Take the picture behind you and sign it.
No, wait, hold on.
Do you know this? Do you know the significance of this jersey?
Where'd you get that? Boy, we missed Lou Gossett Jr. tonight. Lou Gossett from Mary Poppins he was in, right? Lou Gossett?
Lou Gossett wasn't in Mary Poppins.
Are
Do
you
you know
sure?
the significance?
What?
What was the actor you
Do you
just
know
said?
the significance of this jersey?
I know you're freezing. Ray Romano.
Ray Romano. I have a Ray Romano dustpan,
Are you
but he
kidding me?
signed it in black, and you can't really see it.
Hold it up to the camera a little more. I think I can almost see it. Oh, I think I see it.
You see it right here.
Wow.
Oh yeah, there you go.
It's
He
amazing.
did it with this Sharpie right here.
Thanks, Rich. That's great.
John, do you know the significance of this jersey?
He's no hitter. What?
Yep,
What about it?
I got the no-hitter jersey.
No, you did not. No, you did not. You know who was at that game? You know who was at that game?
Pat Marone was at that game.
You know who else?
Huh.
Lou Gossett Jr.
Wow.
It was
Wow.
right after he filmed Mary Poppins, and then he went to the Met game. Can we? Bobby's he's whipping around with these pictures. I love it. I love it. Well, Santo, look at the smile. Look how he's on the screen. Look at Santo's smile, Rich. Oh, you missed it.
Oh, let me see.
Well, Rich, we had a good day today, John. We did a lot. We did a corporate gig, Rich and I, out of the studio.
Oh, nice.
Yep, Butch Seltzer was directing it. He showed up 5 minutes before the gig. Butch. Donald Trump, too. Look at this.
The Donald Trump tangerine. John's going to be very jealous.
Oh, my God. How did
Signed by him when he was on The
What do you
Apprentice.
got? Oh, nice.
How did you get this stuff, Rich?
Well, I threw it at him. He caught it, and he signed it for me.
And he threw it back?
Like a roll of paper towels. Right back at me.
I lost you guys. Hey, Rich.
Yeah.
I couldn't see anything. I lost you guys. Rich.
I'm going to eat it now.
Oh, that's
Trump tangerine. Well, guess what, Rich?
Right here on the air. I'm going to eat it. Yes, what, John?
John,
John,
now you got to help me with my Biden.
Somebody taste him.
I could help you with Biden. He's got a kind of a scratchy kind of voice almost.
Well, we got to get to work.
Okay.
Now, you know what's funny? I have a better Kamala Harris than I do Biden. So
Let
they
me
gotta
hear her.
get rid of Biden quickly.
She should go nasally, right?
Very nasally, yes.
Oh, good show tonight, guys. I hate to cut you off. Bobby, how much time we got? We got a minute?
You guys are breaking up.
You're breaking up. You're in your basement.
Everybody's breaking up.
I'm out of order. You're out of order.
That's a great movie. Tune in next week where we're going to have Lou Gossett Jr. not, and Bobby Valentine not, but we'll have somebody. Hopefully we'll have one of those two with some other big star. Thank you to Brandon Steiner, Rich, for filling in.
Great guy.
Great guy. Filled in interesting stories. Good man. We hope to get him more part of Laughter Saves Lives.
I'm going to pop off.
All right. Thanks for tuning in there, Jay. John Santo always willing to come on and talk about his Mets stuff. You know, he's a big Mets guy.
Loves the Mets.
Loves the Mets. So, hey, Richie, you wanted to plug anything? Where are you going to be tomorrow? Walmart? Are you going to be at the Stop and Shop? Where are you
No,
going
I did Walmart tonight.
Tonight? Oh, you went to Walmart.
Between shows, I had to go to Walmart.
Oh, that's exciting. So we'll see. What?
I have your show coming up next year for this, the one you just asked John about.
Oh, yeah. The Monmouth. Yeah, I'll get you that date this week.
Yeah.
We're going to do some online shows, Rich. We're going to stay in touch with these people. We're going to stay positive. People stay safe. Wear your masks. Wash your hands. Do all that good stuff. This too shall pass. It's just going to take a little while. So, good night, everybody. Thank you, Rich Walker. Again,
thank you, John.
Brandon. Good night,
Thanks,
everybody.
Bobby.
Thank you so much. Good night, Bob. We're out of here. Good night.
Old leather gloves, we're slapping in hands, Popcorn and peanuts were working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick, was chasing the bear that circled the lips. Play ball, play ball. Load up the bases and smack it right over the wall. Play ball, play ball.